Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and let's talk about video games because I don't know what people think this shit is, but video games ain't your bitch. And the gamers, they're proving it by not buying your games. I don't know why y'all keeps trying to spend all this money on shit that we do not like. Um, what? What's that darn game that came out with Star Wars recently? Star Wars Outlaw. That shit looked like a hot goddamn mess. And no offense, I understand a lot of people want to be like, we do need to blame the executives. Yeah, it is some of the executives' fault, but at the same time, honestly, we also need to put some blame on the fucking developers because it's like 100 to 300 of you motherfuckers, and you mean tell me every time a game comes out, and this isn't just for um bugs or whatever. No game should have a day one patch. Period. No game should have a day one patch when you've been working on a damn game for years in development. That shows me that you MFs don't know how to work correctly. All this whole there's not supposed to be crunch. Oh no, there's going to be crunch because it doesn't make any sense that y'all been working on a game for a lot of these games are like damn near decades, and then you come out with what the fuck is this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like it is literally decades for some of these games to come out, and then they come out buggy. Day one patch need to damn fix it. Then Then we pay full price just to get what, maybe 50, 60% of the damn game? Oh, but the rest is in DLC. Is you fucking mad? Then pre order sales. Oh, here's a limited edition, ultimate edition between 90 to $300. Oh, because you get a fucking statue in a book, maybe. That shit ain't worth nothing. And then a lot of y'all, yes, a lot of y'all idiots, y'all will buy the shit, right? And then to get mad that the game is a fucking mess. When common sense would tell you, don't fucking pre-order. Because what the fuck is Star Wars Outlaw? It's a fucking buggy mess. I don't really want to hear, oh, the executives this, the executives that. Oh, I mean, it's quite killing Microsoft. Don't get me wrong. We know that for a fact. But we got to start putting a little bit, some more blame on these developers because it really doesn't make sense. Because remember, I was growing up in a time where we had so many games, especially on the third generation, I believe. I guess fourth generation, right? No, it wouldn't be the fourth generation. It would be the second generation, PlayStation 2. The PlayStation 2, what, Xbox, GameCube, and them. There were so many games coming out. There were so many games coming out. We didn't wait. We didn't wait for years for games to come out like this. We might have a minimum of maybe 3 years tops, and that's on a good day. These games are costing so much money. These games are costing so much money, and you ain't getting nothing for it. What the fuck are we getting? What are we getting? Buggy mess? Oh, half the game's not finished. Day one patch. I brought the fucking disc, and I still gotta sit here and wait for the game to be fucking downloaded. So what's the point of the fucking disc? Then it takes up so much gigabyte in my system. That doesn't make sense. What's the point of What's the point of the disc if I still gotta download? it. Or you know what I'm saying? I should not be putting games in today's time and downloading half a RAM just to play the fucking game. That doesn't make sense. Then y'all want to fucking put agenda in shit. Y'all want to put agenda. You want to make sure the fucking female characters look ugly. You want to push some LGBT bullshit that nobody asked for. And you got literally a game called Dustborn that was used taxpayers' money, Norwegian taxpayers' money, to have a game that is an answer to Donald Trump winning the election 4 fucking years ago or 8 years ago, whatever. Are you fucking mad? The the Republican, the divided states of America? Because apparently, if Trump win, it was going to be the end of the United States. The United States still was still here. If anything, Joe Biden is the reason why there's more division. Honestly, because you let weirdos in media entertainment, and that's another thing too. We're letting people's personal politics and feelings invade entertainment. Why? Why the fuck is Dustborn a thing? Then you got Concord. Concord is another fucking live service bullshit that is so bad. It's so bad. It's been released for only 2 weeks, and Sony said, "Nah, motherfuckers, we gonna give y'all a refund for this shit." What are we doing with video games? You cannot keep doing this shit. You cannot keep putting time and effort. I mean, look at Rocksteady. Rocksteady lost Warner Brothers half most of its profits for a fucking live looter shooter game based on the Suicide Squad killing the Justice League when it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out that shit was stupid to begin with. Yes, you do need to put some blame on the executives. Yes, some of the executives do need to be let go. But these developers also need to be put some blame on it too. Because it doesn't make sense that even if the game has a bad premise or whatever, most people can get past the bad premise if the game plays correctly. But you bitches can't even do that right. You know what I mean? Bad games had terrible premises, but because the gameplay was good, we played it plenty, and we talked about it. We will talk the fuck out of a video game where the premise is fucking garbage or pushes something that we don't like, but the gameplay is solid. Because I give you an example on the most recent one that a lot of people do not like, The Last of Us Part Two. Everybody know that fucking game is hot garbage, but gameplay wise, oh, it's amazing. Gameplay wise, it's amazing. Story wise, oh shit, that thing needs the damn Jesus. That shit needs all of Jesus. That's how bad The Last of Us is. Because The Last of Us Part Two story sucks so bad that most people couldn't even get past the first 30 minutes. And we've seen plenty of people just not even give into that game because of how terrible it is. So I don't want to hear that, there aren't any bad games, but the gameplay is fine. But the problem is, y'all can't even do that correctly. Then you want to attack the gamers for not liking the shit. I'm sorry I have standards. I'm sorry I have standards. I'm sorry that I'm not going to sit up here. I'm sorry I have standards that I'm not going to be just giving my money to any and everything. I can't afford to. I'm sorry. I'm not going to. But this shit is ridiculous. Like, y'all are gonna have to understand this censorship shit, this taking 10 to 12 to 13 years to make a game, this trying to do diversity and inclusion nonsense, female empowerment needs to stop. Games, the reason why people love video games is because of how creative we can be, how freedom you can have these games. But when you start trying to put politics, and you got a checklist or whatever, it doesn't work. There's no reason why people aren't playing the Xbox One and Series X, PlayStation 5 games. Oh, the reason why they're not playing them anymore is because most of them look like trash, or all y'all want to look the same. Walk-in simulations or walk-in movies. That shit gets boring after a while. I'm sorry. The fact that Nintendo is doing better than everybody right now is it's fucking crazy. Oh no, matter of fact, I forgot. Pokemon what? Scarlet and Violet was hot shit. Hot shit. But people had fun playing it. People had fun playing it, but it was trash. But people had fun playing it. You see how that, because people was complaining about it. But at the same time, people also said they had fun with it though. So that's another game that just okay, because Nintendo like to play bullshit with us sometimes when it comes to some of those Pokemon games or consoles being on. Port games, and it's okay. But Xbox, Microsoft, Sony, they want to put tens of thousands of dollars, millions into these games, right? And these games are hot shit, and they expect us. I could have sworn the light was goddamn. Um, could have sworn the light was damn red that that car just ran through. But okay. Anyway, um, but the problem is, it's hot shit, and there's no need for this to be like this. Like every occasion, sure, but this is every game. You know what I'm saying? Every game is like this nowadays. And then y'all think that's supposed to, like the whole nonsense with Assassin's Creed Shadows as well. Let's insult a whole country. And then some people are like, oh, it's because you don't want to see black people. No, fuck black people right now. That's coming from a black person. This is a game that takes place in feudal Japan that's supposed to have a little bit of history, correct? Historical fantasy, right? We know it's historical fantasy. But if a game is supposed to take place in Japan, I would expect to play as a fucking Japanese man first, not a fucking black man talking about he's trying to free the Japanese people from their oppressors. What? What? You got a whole country doing investigation, sending this shit up to Parliament, to high official government because a Canadian French company decided, oh, we need to do a black samurai because some white guy wrote a story and had no fucking idea about it and lied. Do you do, do y'all know how dumb that is? That is so that is so idiotic right now. That is idiotic, and yet we got people still trying to take up for everything that I'm talking about right now. We got morons trying to take up for it because some of them get this stuff for free, right? Because they want to be insiders. They want to get the first of whatever, you know, or they trying to say, oh well, You don't have to play it. I'm gonna play it. Okay, but the problem is, y'all think that y'all have to remember these companies have to make money, and a lot of these companies are not making back the money. They're losing profits hand over fist most of the time, and that's the truth. Because who's going to sit up here and continue to buy video games for 70, $80? Not even me. I At this point, I wait for games to go on sale nowadays. Yes, would it be nice to play whatever this game is I'm interested in when it first come out? Sure, but I'm not going to buy it because I'm not going to buy a game for $70. I'm sorry, not when I see that the shit is hot garbage. I'm tired. I'm tired of paying money for games that aren't complete. Then you want me to pay DLC for it, or I gotta buy. You know what I'm saying? Or I have to wait for a patch or whatever, or the system needs to be updated in order for the game to work correctly. No, that's not how any of this shit's supposed to work. It doesn't make sense. It's like when we got to the fourth generation of games, PlayStation 4 and them. It's just like, damn, y'all fucking forgot about every fucking thing. Y'all not creative. Y'all always want to try to make something for a niche audience, a niche within a niche. It doesn't make sense. And then you get mad when people wanna play older games, or then you try to censor that, or you try to get rid of that, or you try not to preserve that, and then you try to resell it to people, but then you want to make changes to the old games, and then you get mad that people don't want that shit. You can't get mad that people don't want that. You can't get mad when people go and do ROMs or hacks or whatever, because you're not giving them what they want. The audience told you what the hell they wanted. The audience told you how they want to play their video games. Nobody wants to play a video game where you preach to them, try to tell them that there's something bad, or look at ugly character designs. And that's another thing too. The character design's ugly. No, I'm not paying live service for nothing, because why? I don't have that much time in the day, so to constantly have a live service game, no. Who? Who? I don't got that kind of time like that. And I like to play a lot of JRPGs and single player games. I don't got time to keep constantly updating a game or whatever, because you want to try to constantly drain my money. No. You want to know how you get successful? You do a Hogwarts Legacy. You give the people what they want. You have all the unlockables in the game. So I don't have to go on no store and buy downloadable content. That's how you get it. That Okay, another game that people love to death to this day, PlayStation 2's Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3. What? We had over maybe 200 characters, and you got to unlock them. You get the Dragon Balls, you can wish for a lot of them, or you unlock them through story events or whatever. But that's how you get people to constantly keep playing your game. You don't put downloadable content all the time, and you most certainly don't keep doing live service, because guess what? Word of mouth will do that. Hogwarts Legacy got good word of mouth too, while people were trying to bash it or whatever. That's fine. That's fine. But I brought the game on day one because I loved everything I was seeing. I haven't even finished all of the game yet, because I explore so much of the world of Harry Potter that I get lost in everything. Yes, there are missions. There are so many missions and side quests or whatever, and I don't mind doing them. I really don't. I don't mind doing them because I'm I'm a wizard in the wizarding world. So yes, could I have fast tracked through the story mode? Of course I could, but I'm enjoying everything I'm doing right now. That I can't help but play. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you can't do live service. You can do a few, But every console game can't be live service. It just can't. You just can't. You can't do that because we already got mobile games for that. If I really want a live service, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're not going to give me what I want. At least with mobile games, if I want to, I can easily play certain games on there and get the shit that I want. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. If you really want somebody to really, you know what I mean, you got to give them what they want, not what you think they want, but what they want. You know, make it worth something. But that's just my personal opinion on the whole situation, honestly. But you guys tell me what you guys think on this whole video game thing, because I mean, it is getting bad out here, and if the video game industry don't shape up, they're gonna be gone. They're gonna be gone, or they're gonna be started all the way over because all of these companies are going out of business or they're being collected. You know, we're going to buy this company out. We're going to sell this division off because it really hasn't been making no money because we decided to do something stupid. And again, don't be wrong. So a lot of people are to blame. The executives are to blame. Some of the consultant agents are to blame, and we gotta put some on the developers too. Because if these developers don't start speaking out, if these developers don't start actually giving us games that actually make sense, or actually have a full working product, because as much as I can put some blame on the executives, what the fuck was the developers doing to the point where the game doesn't work on day one? But that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying. We're just saying. But hey, it is what it is. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.